you ever been attracted to someone and felt like you've known them forever, and it feels like it is a roller coaster, but in a really good way, and then later on it becomes a roller coaster, but not in a good way? I'm Susan Kennard. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel. I'm excited to be here with you. I wanted to talk to you about relationships, amongst other things, today. On Monday, I held the second retreat of November, which was all about lifting the veil of the unseen within relationships. Now, these are relationships that are important to us. So they can be our mother, our father, our romantic partner, our children, our siblings, etc. They're always people that have a fundamental role in our life. And role is very interesting, actually, because if you imagine that, of course, you are a soul having a human experience, and that human experience is just an experiment. It's just an experiment. It's literally an opportunity to grow your soul, remember who you are, and have fun along the way. But the other thing that you chose was to come together with soulmate or soul family. And so you choose your parents, and you choose a huge amount of the people that you come into contact with in this lifetime. Some of them are not as important, and you might meet them on the street and say hi, and just your smile enough is what you need to experience with that person. But others are relationships that transform something called karma. Now, karma isn't something that is bad or good. Karma is something that your soul has decided that it needs to experience to release something or learn something or move on, in the sense of an expansion of consciousness. Okay, so I hope I've still got you while you're listening to this. So if you think about your relationships in your life now, are there any that feel very intense? I know that, you know, in the astrology right now, we are stepping, well, we're in actually Mercury in Sagittarius. Mercury is about communication, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. So if you think about that, it's possible that right now you may be having fiery conversations and fiery experiences in relationships. I definitely am, with my Sagittarian born daughter, who's going to be 16 tomorrow. Yes, we are having fiery conversations. However, they never last very long. So we come to a place of emotional maturity where she understands and I understand, and we're actually growing and learning from each other. Now, it's not always easy. And I get it that if you are going through, especially with your partner, a really difficult time at the moment, but just know that on some level your soul will have chosen it, and you will have chosen that person to expand your soul and, of course, clear the karma. So I am definitely going to take you through a process today, which you might be quite happy about, where we're actually going to feel into this relationship, whatever relationship that comes to you when we do our meditation, and we're going to heal a part of that. If you want to go deeper than that, there are many ways that you can do that. So we will touch on it today in our process. There is on my website a whole page of galactic crystal healing chambers. There is a soulmate chamber amongst the 22 that I have there, and there is a relationship chamber. And so if you feel that you would like to just hand it over and step into one of those chambers, I'll leave the link in the description below. But even if you don't look at the link, you can just go to my website, susankennard.co.uk, and just go to Galactic Crystal Healing Chambers. So when you step into a chamber, you are essentially, as soon as you sign up, you're in that chamber, and you can be in it for a month, or basically it's a subscription, and you stay in it, and you can change and cancel whenever you want. Okay, so there's no holding you there. You just stay in it for as long as you want. But they are my Galactic Crystal Healing Chambers, and you might like to step into one of the relationship ones at the moment, and it might be the soulmate one, or it could be the relationship one, whatever you feel. There are many others as well, so have a browse through. Animals, children, you name it, PTSD, money, abundance, lots of others, even one for your mission. So thinking about this magnetism, which is what I have titled it. When I trained in Meta Health, in my first kind of throes of it, which is really looking at dis-ease metaphysically and how it kind of finds its way as a message within your body for you to listen to. So when I was starting doing that, I went to a conference in Solihull and in England, and a guy was presenting, and his name was Lars actually, and I can't remember his surname, but his name was Lars, and he was presenting, and he talked about how he felt we didn't fall in love, we fell in trauma. And on some level, he is actually, I'm just seeing on the live here, he on some level is right, because if you think about yourself as a vibrational frequency and a vibrational being, then if you think about it that you are a radio wave, you have your radio wave attuned to a certain frequency. So that person that you come into contact with will have a match to your frequency. Okay, makes sense? So as you're walking about the world, you are a vibrational frequency match to circumstances, situations, money, people, and your mission, of course, and that's what it's all about. So along the way, you meet these people, thinking about the relationship side, and you have an instant attraction to them. And this instant attraction can sometimes be mistaken for love, because this instant attraction is usually, when it's very fast, just like that, and it feels like a whirlwind, that is usually a karmic relationship. Hands up who's been in one of those. I've been in a few. Okay, and then as you start to shift your frequency, and as you start to really love yourself, and you start to heal those parts of you, those childhood parts of you, of course, that come from many lifetimes before but are triggered in childhood, as you start to do that, you start to attract a different type of person and a different type of situation, and money situations and opportunities, and of course your mission. Okay, so obviously the key is to be the finest, highest light frequency that you can be on this timeline, in this lifetime that you're living, so that you can attract the frequency matches to that. Okay, and what I think as well, what I kind of feel about relationships is that people say you can't choose your family, but I actually really believe you did choose your family, and you do choose your family. And one of the reasons for that is because it is something that you've decided many moons ago, we'll call it, with your guides, with your counsel, who best is going to help me remember who I am and how much love I have for myself. Those are the fundamentals about choosing your family. And you might say, well, why would I have chosen to be abused? Why would I have chosen to have somebody who abandoned me? But you don't choose it from a human perspective. You choose it from a soul perspective. And so if you imagine that you took off this jacket, which is your physical body, underneath is your soul, and your soul doesn't have emotion, and it doesn't have a story. It just knows that it is here for a really important reason: to spread light, to be a loving experience, and to meet all of those souls that it planned to meet, so that it could walk forward on its mission, the specific reason for being here. Okay? Now, we are going through a massive transformation. Some people call it ascension. And essentially it really is, because it's about ascending to the highest frequency. You know, there's not going to be the second coming of Jesus as a person, but there is a second coming of remembering that we are divine source. So it is within us that there is this incredible ascension happening. So it's not something that happens overnight. So one day we're not ascended and the next day we are ascended. It is essentially something that happens over time, depending on the choices that we make. Okay? So if that makes sense to you, it makes sense to you that those people, even the most difficult relationships, even those relationships, they are something you would have chosen. Okay, so just take a moment just to kind of put your hands on your heart and just have a think about that. Think about one of the most challenging relationships you've been in your life. Who are you now? Who have you become because of that relationship? Maybe it's a childhood situation that you're thinking about. Mother, father, grandparents, whatever. And maybe it's current right now. Maybe you are in a relationship that is challenging you to your core. What is it that you are expanding to? So before we go into the process, which we're going to do in a couple of moments, I just want to tell you a couple of things that are happening, because I'm really, really excited about them. So the first thing that is actually happening is that on the 29th of this month, I'm going back on the Darius U Wealth Revolution show. So I think I've been on it 3 or 4 times now. And I'm actually in this show going to be working with and being interviewed about how light is reflected within the cells. Being a spiritual scientist, I love this. How light is reflected in our cells and how we create disease within our body. Okay? And so I'll be talking about that, and I'll be taking you through a process. It's all free. And then you've got an opportunity that you can buy a package with me, and I'm actually offering just 22 private one-on-one sessions with that show. And so some of them I think have gone already, but there are 22 private sessions. So if you wanted to get a private session with me, which I don't offer on shows normally, I stopped doing that last year. I just decided I felt drawn to do it this time. If you want to get a private session with me and you haven't had an opportunity to do that, it might be worth you signing up to that show so that you can get, first. If you can be in first, you can get one. But there is only 22. That's all I'm offering on that show. And there are other packages as well. But equally, if you don't want to do that, you sign up and you just literally come on the call. You can ask me any questions. It's all free. And I will do a process with you where we're actually really going to be channeling with the guides and working with the light within the cells, okay? So to promote healing. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, and I never would ever claim to heal or cure. However, I am a facilitator, I am a channel for source, and I help people heal themselves. Okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is on the 9th of December, I'm actually going to be doing an in-person event in San Diego. So I'm so excited to do in person because it's been a long time. So I'm actually going to be speaking at an event and taking you through a process while I'm speaking and presenting at this event. So I'll be taking through one of my favourite processes with the audience. I'm also going to be doing a book signing for my book. Let me just see if I've got one at hand. Yes, here it is. Awaken the Light Within Your Heart. So if you want to get a book and sign it, I'll put a special message in it for you, and you want to say hi to me, then that's great. I'll also have some of these as well, the Journal of Insight, with me to work with your guides. So you might like to do that. I'm going to leave a little link on this video, underneath this video in the show notes, because there's an opportunity to get a ticket for the day, but also to the VIP party in the evening. So I'll be there, and there's a couple of there's 6 other speakers, and we're all going to be there so we can talk to you and hang out with you and have fun. I'm really excited because some of my soul family are coming out to see me in San Diego, so I'm really excited because I get to meet them in person for the first time, a lot of them. I'm also giving away some really beautiful personalised pens at that event, so if you're there, you get one. What else? Yeah, that's cool. So I'm actually leaving on the 5th in the UK, and I'll be back on the 12th. So I am around as well. I'm around in San Diego for a whole week, and so if you can't make the 9th, then it's possible I might be around another day to meet you for coffee or something. Anyway, what else is happening? Oh yeah, the relationship retreat that we ran on Monday is available now. I'm going to be sending out the newsletter tonight, so it'll go out tonight. So if you're not signed up to my newsletter, you can get that on my website, susankennard.co.uk. There's a pop-up box, you get a free video course, all that. And I'll send out the newsletter this evening, so that will have all the information on it, and also everything that's basically happening. And you can also buy the replay for the money retreat, which was fantastic too, and one for the relationship one. And in December, you can sign up for December's one as well if you want to, which is going to be really working with our mission and lots of other aspects. So lifting the veil of the unseen in different areas of our life. We're going to be working with the physical body first, health essentially. So that will be the beginning, 4th of December actually, before I fly out to America. And then when I get back, we'll be working with mission, which will take us so beautifully into the end of the year and into 2024. In 2024, I'm actually going to be running my new psychic development course. It's already a few people have signed up to it, but that's on my newsletter as well. It's a 9-week course where we work with every level of professional psychic development. We've just finished the mediumship one. It was fun, so much fun, and everyone really enjoyed it, and lots of them are coming on to the next course, which starts on, I think it's in around the 8th and 9th of January. So if you fancy that, and you also get a private session with me during that course as well. So if you fancy that, that might be something you want to do. And then a little bit later on, as we go into February, I'm just giving you the heads up here, we're going to be running a healing event, which is 12 weeks. And it's going to be working with the body, the soul, the universe. So we're going to be working with healing the body. You're going to be healing your body, understanding about the different aspects of healing depending on the brain relay. So this is meta health. I'll be bringing in meta health. I'm a meta health practitioner, and I'll be bringing that in, but I'll also be bringing in lots of different healing modalities. So I have a veritable toolbox of them, including light language from the guides, sound healing, you name it, inner child work, everything to help you heal your body. Okay, so we'll be going through that, which is going to be so much fun. I ran something similar a couple of years ago, and it was just such a great course that people keep asking me to run it again. And I feel that raising our vibration by healing our physical body is really, really key, because our soul is talking to us at all times, and our body is that barometer for our soul. So if you're interested in that, just get on the newsletter, because that's where you're going to find out about. You'll find out about it on here as well. So subscribe to my channel, and then you won't miss out. Anything else, guides, I need to do? Oh yeah, don't forget 5-minute frequency tune-ups. They go out on a Friday morning, so you can either be there live or you can get them on the replay. You spend 5 minutes with me and I take you through a process which is healing, usually from the Ascended Masters, the guides, the angels. I have no idea until I do it. And I'm about to do, after this live, I'm about to do Friday mornings 5-minute frequency tune-up. So that'll be exciting to see what the guides want to do. Okay, so should we do this process? I'm just going to have a look and see if anyone has come on live. Let me just check. Sometimes my thing doesn't work, so it's not actually coming up on my... Bear with me a second. Latest, popular. Ah, here we go. Right. Let me just see if anyone's there. Ah, hi Gwen from Minnesota. Morning vibes. Good morning. It's afternoon here in the UK, so lovely to meet you. I don't know where Minnesota is to San Diego, but I'm not sure it's in the same area. Hi Priya. Hi Jean Priya. Lovely to see you. Fantastic. Okay, so let's do our process. So if you just put your hands on your heart, just take this time for you. Good. And just breathe into your heart. Just take some deep breaths in and out. And draw your attention into your heart space with your hands on your heart, if it's possible for you to do so. And just connect in. Say I have a pink and gold sparkling light. And this pink gold sparkling light through every breath expands into every single cell. And just draw your attention through breath to your feet, under your feet to your earth star, and above your head to your soul star. Just draw your attention up to your crown and your soul star. Good. And let's imagine a veil of sparkling light showering you, cleansing you. And we invite our guides and angels to be present. They're already here, but we just invite them. Good, good, good. Okay, yeah, so I'm getting to say this statement, so just copy me if you feel drawn. I'm fully aligned with my consciousness, mind, body, soul, freedom. Good. So connect back into your heart and imagine there's a beautiful bubble of light around you, protective. So I want you to get a person in your mind. So particularly a person that's perhaps challenging you at the moment. So it could be your partner, it could be somebody from the past, but whoever it might be, just get them in your mind. And I want you just to connect in with how it feels when you connect to them. Okay, so what is the emotion, the feeling, the essence of it, essentially? So just come into your heart, just stay in your heart center. Okay, good. And now I want you to feel into when you first connected with them in your life, or if they're your mother and father, What was the feeling that you had when you were a child? So when you first connected with them, if they're not your parents, and if it is your parents or your siblings, someone in your direct family, how did you feel as a child? So just connect into that emotion. Okay? And then just feel where you feel that emotion in your body. Where is it in your body? Just feel. And wherever it is in your body, and even if you don't know, I want you to bring a light down from the universe. So imagine this beautiful, expansive, bright light down from the universe and bring it through your soul star, all the way through your crown, into your head, and down to your heart. And I want you now to flood the whole of your body with this light, because this light contains pure connection to Source, unconditional love, gratitude, and forgiveness. So just feel that throughout the whole of your body. Good. And now I want you to scoop up that ball of light in your heart, and I want you to give it to that person. And they take it from you and they place it in their heart, and you watch as they start to expand with this beautiful, loving light of gratitude, acceptance, and connection to Source into their body. And now I want you to have a look at them. And how does it feel when you connect with them now? How does it feel? Connect into that emotion and that feeling. Perhaps it doesn't feel so intense. Perhaps you can feel a sense of compassion for yourself and maybe an understanding with the other person. And I just want you to connect in and say to yourself, I'm so sorry that you've been feeling so triggered. I'm so sorry that's made you feel frustrated. I'm so sorry you may have felt out of control. I'm so sorry you may have felt sad. I'm so sorry that you may have felt abandoned or rejected. I'm so sorry you were so hard on yourself. I'm so sorry that you forgot that this person was here to help you heal. I'm so sorry you forgot the real reason they're in your life. I'm so honoured that you're here today so that we can heal together. So take a deep breath, because you were talking to your inner child. You were talking to that part of you that was triggered a long time ago, that allowed you to connect with this situation and this emotion, the drama maybe that's happening in your life right now. So I want you to say to the person that you had in your mind, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you may notice that you hear something back from them. You may not. So just feel into that. And then just send them off with a bubble of light. And come back. How was that? How do you feel? You may feel a sense of release in your heart. You may feel a sense of compassion for yourself. You may have a bit more of an understanding of why you felt the way you did. And there's a really good process called cutting of the ties with forgiveness, which I absolutely can take you through personally if you book a one-to-one. But equally, it's on Audible on my book, and this is my book, Awaken the Light Within Your Heart. It's at the back of my book where all the processes are, and it's called Cutting the Ties with Forgiveness. And it's a really powerful process. If you get it on Audible, I will take you through it. So it'll be my voice taking you through the process and many other processes as well. And it really accesses the point of us that we need to forgive so that we can let go. And it gives you an opportunity to actually have a conversation with that person, whether they are living or whether they have passed. Equally as powerful. And then you get to kind of be at peace with that. And what's really magical about that is I've watched people heal their marriages with that process, and people have chosen not to walk away because they've healed the karma, they've healed the lifetimes they've had before, and they've been able to express themselves because we do it from a place of pure unconditional love. Because you are me and I am you, and there is no separation. So there is no separation to anyone in this world, because we are all souls having a human experience. So the forgiveness has to come from us originally. We have to be in that love, forgiveness process before we can forgive another. If that makes sense. Because they are us, right? So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you've really enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments how you got on, how you now feel about that person. And definitely, if you want to do some deep work, definitely get the package on the Darius show, which is next week. Or you equally can come onto my Soul's Mission membership, where you get the opportunity to have half-price sessions. Or actually, I forgot about this. You can have, there's two other options to work with me at the moment. One is to do an ascension session where we bring the guides in, we do lots of healing activations, and we have a look into your field about your mission, which is really exciting and very, very strong, powerful session. And equally, I now have a soul coaching program. So it's got a whole page on my website, and you can work with me privately for 6 months. So if you want to do that, I'm only actually taking 5 people. So if you're interested in that, have a look at all the goodies in that, and you get loads of private sessions with me. So have a look and see if any of that resonates with you and you would like to take yourself into 2024, a new improved version of the highest frequency. So much love for now. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you for joining me live, and thank you for joining me on the replay. Okay, lots of love. Bye for now. Oh gosh, and if you're in the States or the other side of the world, the pond, happy Thanksgiving. My goodness, one day I'm going to come over there and have a Thanksgiving dinner with you, because I get lots of invites, but I never seem to be in the States at the time when it's Thanksgiving. But much love for now, and see you very soon.